And a welcome here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on wakeupcalldt.com, your one-stop sports shop, and on mixlr.com/wakeupcalldt. Hope you're having yourselves a fantastic morning. This morning is Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora is on site, on location in the great state of Florida. We are in the Sunshine State, which is why it looks different here on your screen. So for the first 2 days, you saw palm trees and the sun, and now you're seeing like the inside of a coffee shop because my brother really knows how to decorate a place and make it look cool. So I actually feel like I'm inside a Cafe Kubal right now, and we are inside of the Cafe Kubal studios. So welcome here inside of those Cafe Kubal studios. You could find Cafe Kubal by simply going to 3501 James Street, 324 West Water Street, 208 North Townsend Street, and 401 South Salina Street, all in Syracuse, New York. You can also go to their location inside of Golisano's Children's Hospital in downtown Syracuse, minutes from the Dome. And, of course, you can go out to 343 Fayette Street in Manlius, New York, and to their newest location and their first ever drive-thru, which is on the corner of Route 11 and Taft Road in North Syracuse, New York for Sweetheart Corners. So make sure you head out to Cafe Kubal today. I hope you're all having a fantastic morning this morning and making the most of it. Very happy to have you here where sports meets that thing called life, and we got a lot of great stuff coming up for you today, and I'm very excited to be able to share with you that in just a few moments we will be celebrating the LeMoyne College Dolphins once again during Dolphin Time. You know that Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, you can just set it and keep it every single week. It is Dolphin Time, and that Dolphin time for you, what that means is that every single Wednesday we're bringing you something LeMoyne Dolphins related to start off the Wednesday broadcast of Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, AD and DT, with myself and athletics director of LeMoyne College, Bob Beretta, on the first and third Wednesdays of every month, and on the second and fourth Wednesdays, like today, the fourth Wednesday, we have Dolphin Dive. And Dolphin Dive features student athletes, coaches, and administrators inside of the LeMoyne College Dolphins athletic department telling their stories. So AD and DT and Dolphin Dive switching on and off every other Wednesday to make Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Eastern Time truly Dolphin Time. So we appreciate having you here as we'll get started with that momentarily. And then coming up in at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time, we will be featuring, as we always do, the Fantasy Football Power Hour. It's now called the Extended Fantasy Football Power Hour because it's not just an hour anymore, and it's never been an hour. I just officially put the extended on it. So 9:45 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time today, we will be bringing you the Extended Fantasy Football Power Hour, proudly presented by the Wildcat Sports Pub on 3680 Milton Avenue in Camillus, New York. So I'm very excited to be doing that with my co-host of Fantasy Football, Mr. Mike Sofka of Hall of Fame FantasyFootball.com, and the Winning Fantasy Football group on Facebook. And you can also find them on YouTube by searching Winning Fantasy Football. And if you want to send in your fantasy football questions in hour number 2 and some change at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time, we'll be starting a new video. So we'll end this video on YouTube and we'll end this video on Facebook. You'll go off to the new video and you can write into us as we go. We always get a ton of responses on YouTube and on Facebook, and MixLR gets them as well, so make sure you're on there if you have any questions for us. And just mentioning that you can tune in live every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time on youtube.com/wakeupcalldt, facebook.com/wakeupcalldt, facebook.com/live-now-dt, as well as on mixlr.com/wakeupcalldt and on wakeupcalldt.com's homepage. So a lot of great stuff here for you coming up on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. Fantasy football at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time. And before that, we are getting into Dolphin Time with the Dolphin Dive. And we'll be diving into those Dolphins here with Emily Yancone of the LeMoyne College Dolphins volleyball team. She is up first on today's broadcast, A Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, and she's our spotlight inside of the Dolphin Dive, which will be coming here for you momentarily right after this fast break.
Cafe Cabal Mobile Cafe brings the cafe experience to you. We'll roll out to your neighborhood or office, ready to serve our locally crafted espresso bar to our loyal patrons. Inquire at cafecubal.com. Cafe Cabal, coffee for the soul.
Hi, this is Amy from Mother's Cupboard, home of the whole frittata. We are open daily 6 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. For takeout orders, call 315-432-0942 and tune in to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora for our monthly food challenge and try our Wake Up Call signature menu item available 7 days a week. Here at Mother's Cupboard, we are Central New York, and it's our honor to serve you.
Ma and Pa's Kettle Corn and Popcorn Factory, located on 201 7th North Street in Liverpool, is home to over 40 flavors with more than 200 flavors in their total wheelhouse. Sky's the limit for this sweet and savory Central New York company. Keep it local at your parties, fundraisers, wedding showers, baby showers, and more by calling 315-450-MA-PA. That's 315-450-6272 for popcorn bars with custom flavors and colors at your upcoming event. Make sure to visit them on 201 7th North Street in Liverpool, New York. And for more information, go to maandpassnacks.com. Ma and Pa's Kettle Corn and Popcorn Factory. How corny are you?
Here at Progressive Dental, we understand the importance of regular dental visits and preventive care. Cleanings and checkups are essential to good oral health. We have multiple locations in the Southern Tier, so come visit us in Binghamton, Enwell, Kirkwood, Montrose, and Norwich. For self-pay non-insured patients, we offer the Smile Plan, which covers all of your cleanings, x-rays, and exams for an affordable yearly price. Call 607-754-2273 or 607-754-CARE to make an appointment today. For more information, visit our website at progressivedentalny.com.
The Millhouse Market, located on 3790 New York 13 in Pulaski, New York, is worth the drive every time. Download their app on the Google Play or Apple App Store today to have the Millhouse Market at your fingertips, as well as having everything inside of the menu as far as the ingredients. So you have the entire menu there, the ingredients of what's in it, and you have directions to the Millhouse Market from wherever you are. There's a map on the app while you're shopping for what food you want. And of course, they have contactless pay on the app. You could tip right there on the app as well. So the Millhouse Market app makes it all so simple and easy. And then you could drive right up, grab your food, and go at their drive-through window. Or you could go inside to their indoor dining and their general store. Open Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Millhouse Market is absolutely, positively worth the drive every single time. Hello everyone, this is Dan Tortora here on site, on location at LeMoyne College for another episode of the Dolphin Dive, which you'll only find here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora and all of our channels. Very happy to be here with LeMoyne College in this multimedia marketing partnership, and I'm happy that my guest today is Emily Yancone from the women's volleyball team right here on site at LeMoyne. So Emily, first and foremost, welcome.
Thank you so much.
So for you, your story with LeMoyne started where? Where do you feel that first piece was that helped get you here?
Yeah, so I went to a school in Rochester, New York, and I knew I wanted to stay somewhere semi-local. So LeMoyne was a perfect distance away from me, like an hour and a half, and I really wanted that small school atmosphere, and that's what really drove me here, because the community here is just, it has a perfect combination between it's a nice college atmosphere, but also it's small enough where you get to know your class, you get to know your teammates and your teachers, and it's very in-person kind of atmosphere, which I really like. That's really the main reason why I chose this school.
So you wanted that to be where you're essentially not a number, but you're a name.
Yes.
Big
100%.
enough, but small enough that people know who you are when you walk around.
Yes, 100%. And I think our coaches and our teachers do a really great job of emphasizing that and making sure that you know that you are a special person in this community.
How do you feel special and appreciated here at LeMoyne?
Well, in the classroom, being able to go talk to your teachers after and before classes, being able to meet with them and not feel like nervous or like that you don't know them is really helpful. And being in the athletic department inside the L program really makes you feel a part of this bigger collective athletic department. It's not just your team, it's this whole department working together for a common goal to get to the NCAAs, and it's really nice to know that all the teams are supporting each other.
And you said that inside of the L approach, where it's not just each individual team, but it's an entire athletic department. How does that come together and not just be something on paper, but a real life thing where you feel that this is just one unit, almost like one big team?
Yeah, I mean, we have these meetings that we do throughout the year periodically that we get to know each other, but I think the real thing for me is like we get in these groups and we have from different teams, each group, and next time you see that person in the hallway or in the gym, you say hi, and it just that increases your expansion of the people you know, and just saying that one hi, then I know more people on the lacrosse team, or I know more people on the basketball team, and then you go and support them. It's just like a ripple effect. So I think that's the biggest outcome, takeaway that I got from inside the L. I grew my little circle, and now I know mostly everyone from each team, and we can all support each other through there.
So when you have this opportunity to get to know one another, what did you find out about yourself as you were becoming more and more part of this community at LeMoyne?
Yeah, this really helped me shape my personality and step into a leadership role, especially now with COVID. I'm one of the older people on my team, so I think that Inside the L kind of shaped my leadership role on my team, and I feel more comfortable in that position. Feel more comfortable standing up and sticking up for people who may not be able to speak their mind and stuff like that. Just being a voice for people on my team and other people in the athletic department.
In the last episode of the Dolphin Dive, I spoke with Bryant Perdomo, and he wanted to talk about food a lot. You come from the Rochester area, the home of the garbage plate. Is there a perfect place to get the garbage plate in Rochester?
McTowell's. That's the original best place to go.
It's over 100 years old, right?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, it's been there forever. It's so good.
So is that a go-to for you, or is that kind of like once a year and that's it?
Usually when my friends, now that we're all in college, when we come back, we'll always go get a plate because it's like a tradition. We come home, but they're a lot. You can't get them. You can't get them every week.
What do you put on it? What is your perfect garbage?
You got to get the mac salad and the home fries. I'm a cheeseburger girl.
Okay.
Some meat hot, ketchup, mustard. It works.
That's exactly, and I'm not saying this because that you're here with me today. That's exactly how I got mine.
Yeah,
when I got it for the first time, and I went to Nick Tahoe's, and I also went to another place, and I can't for the life of me remember the name, but they had like a sweeter, more spicy sauce.
Yeah, they all do, like every place has their own like type of sauce, so it's all different.
Fair enough. So with that, like you said, everybody's kind of got their own type of sauce, their own type of feel. What's your angle when you're on this volleyball team? What makes you a special part of this? What's the special sauce of Emily Yancone?
I would kind of go back to leadership and hard work. Hard work's always been a major part of my career as a volleyball person. I'm always the person who will give 110% when they're on the court, and I think that's helped me grow as a person on and off the court. And it's also helped me step into this leadership role that I take on this year.
And this leadership role that you have, what can you say about getting, like how you got the opportunity and what it meant to you to really have this with you, that you're not just a member of the team, but you're asked to be one of the pieces of this team that's supposed to navigate through tough waters sometimes?
Yeah. Over COVID, I I was the only senior of last year class, so I'm a graduate student now. So I've got this opportunity to play again, doing my master's, but I really had to step up and make sure the freshmen we weren't really playing, we were just doing some practice. I really had to make sure they felt welcome and part of the group, and I really had to step into that and be that voice and be that leader for them. So that I kind of just assumed that position, and I'm just carrying it on with me throughout this season. And I know it's helping me become more confident in my field. I'm doing occupational therapy, so I've already seen a difference in myself doing those classes starting this fall. So I'm really excited.
Occupational therapy, being a graduate student, what can you say about your path in the academic side of things, and why occupational therapy?
I'm a very people person, and I've always wanted to help people and be in that healthcare field. And occupational therapy just helps people basically live a better life, a fuller life, and do the occupations that they enjoy doing. So that's basically a very, very rewarding job in itself, just knowing that you're there to help someone have a better life. And sports has helped me throughout this whole process become a better student, prioritize my time, and have better time management. So
you become a leader, and in the side of it with academics, like you just brought up, occupational therapy, helping people for your future, helping people now as a leader. Amidst all of this, we get thrown into a pandemic, which is going to make anybody really realize who they are. How would you describe who you were going into the pandemic and who you are today?
Yeah, definitely going into the pandemic, I was very in a different state than I am now. It was my senior year. I got caught, and it was just terrible news. I was very disappointed, very down. And then instead of just bringing that into school, I kind of switched my mindset and just goes, everything happens for a reason. I'm going to make this the best that I can right now. And I went in, and we had a great fall season. We still practiced. We had a great time, and now we're here finally. And I got the opportunity to play with all the athletics department's help with situating that out. So it's kind of silver lining. We're going to have a great season this year. So it definitely helped me look inward and just realize everything isn't for granted, and I can't take things for granted, especially hard practices, stuff like that. The sprints at the end of the practices, they stink, but they're gonna make me better. So I enjoy those now. So I have a whole different mindset on just practices, on school and stuff like that, because it was taken away.
Over 600 days, and just question marks every single day of what's going to happen, what's going to change, what's going to stay the same. How did you mentally get through that?
Yeah, stop taking it one day at a time is kind of what I keep telling my team, and just saying that we could get our season taken away in an instant. We have no idea what can happen next. So just to live each game like it's our last, that's kind of our motto this year. Just go out, give it our all, and do the best we can.
For you, to be a Dolphin means what?
To be a part of a community bigger than yourself, and to really not only strive for greatness through yourself and your achievements, but also through the community as a whole.
So not only seeing yourself eat, but wanting everybody to be at the table.
Yeah, definitely.
Emily Yancone here with us in Dolphin Dive. It's now time to go to rapid fire. 2 questions apiece. And as I said in the last Dolphin Dive, I don't know any broadcasters that allow themselves to be interviewed, but I like to be different. And for some odd reason, I enjoy being on the hot seat. I don't know, maybe it's because I grew up with Italian and Hispanic, and we're just used to putting each other on the hot seat at family occasions. So Emily's going to ask me to. I will ask her to. And as we keep that spirit of fairness, I will let you go first.
All right. How about your all-time favorite movie?
Oh, that's so tough. It's tough because I love movies, and I did screenwriting in college, and that's something that I want to do in real life. I want to screenwrite. So I would say if I had to pick my favorite all-time movie, I don't know why. Well, I know why it is. I love The Comedian, but Liar Liar with Jim Carrey is one of the greatest movies ever made, and I know it from start to finish. I would also say Robin Williams' Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, that's a classic. That's a good one.
Okay. So let's keep with that. I'm going to stay with entertainment. Your favorite song that you could play every single day and not get sick of?
Favorite song? I listen to a lot of music. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Dancing Queen from ABBA. It always makes me in a better mood, that song.
There was a wrong answer to that, and it was Girls Just Want to Have Fun, for those of you out there. So that's the one I cannot listen to ever for the rest of my life, but Dancing Queen is okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What's your last one?
If you could only... what's your favorite... How about if you could only live in one season throughout the whole year? What would you pick?
Well, it's perfect for right now. I'm a fall baby, and so I would say, outside of allergies, because they're awesome here, I would say I love the fall. I love pumpkins. I mean, I grew up with around Halloween because I'm October 21st. So, 10 days before Halloween. So I love pumpkins. I love the leaves. I can live in high 60s, low 70s, that weather for the rest of my life. So I'm going to pick the fall. And it's sunny, and it's not snowing.
Yeah.
So we'll say fall.
Yeah.
My final one for you is, if we made a story about your life, and we made it into a movie, what actress would you want to play you, and why?
That's a good question. Probably Abigail Adams. I love her. Every movie that she does, she's one of my favorite actresses.
Okay, Abigail Adams. And
She really doesn't relate to anything in my life, but she's my favorite actress. So.
Well, she's good. She started little, and
yeah, she's pretty awesome.
All right, fair enough. So coming to you at some point in life, Abigail Adams playing Emily Yancone. So for the volleyball team and for this episode of Dolphin Dive, we thank you for watching. Emily, thanks for being part
Thank
of it.
you so much.
Appreciate it. In these unique times, there are those in our community that give us a sense of normalcy and positivity. Pizza Man on 50 Oswego Street in Baldwinsville has been here for you for over 35 years and is here now. Call 315-638-1234 or order online at pizzamanbville.com to bring those familiar tastes into your home. And remember to come see our monthly on-site broadcasts centered around the community and our Baldwinsville beats. Pizza Man in Baldwinsville. Any way you slice it, they are always here for you.
This is Jimmer Sikowski, owner-operator of Chick-fil-A Cicero, 7916 Brewerton Road in Cicero, right in front of the Home Depot. I had a deep feeling that God wanted me to do something bigger with my life and to help people, help others. I kept putting Chick-fil-A in my life, and I realized as I was going through the franchise selection process that positively impacting the lives of others was really core to what we do here at Chick-fil-A. First of all, it starts with the food. The food is brought in fresh daily. We bring in local produce. We prepare to order in the kitchen. We hand bread our chicken. We hand spin our milkshakes. It's great food. It doesn't taste like fast food. I think the second thing is the way people feel when they come in a Chick-fil-A restaurant. It's different. We try to treat people with intentional kindness here, which is very different and deeper than good customer service. And so I think it feels remarkable for most people to come in a Chick-fil-A restaurant. And then lastly, the impact that we try to have in the community is very different. It's a big part of the expectation of every operator of a Chick-fil-A restaurant is that they're actively engaged in their community, they're a leader in the community, and they're making a difference. When they realize that what we're striving to do is to shine a little light in their life, that's a very, very different experience than you will have at any other quick service restaurant. And it's that remarkable experience that I think people will emotionally connect with.
I'm George Townsend of Honda City with some good advice when buying a new car. The true cost of owning a new car is determined by the appraised value when you trade it. No vehicle appraises higher than a Honda. Next, look for low APRs and deep discounts. You also want low maintenance costs and great fuel economy. That's why my advice to you is to buy a new Honda. Looking pre-owned, visit our Honda Certified Used Car Center. Honda City, 7140 Henry Clay Boulevard, Liverpool, or HondaCity-CNY.com.
It would be a pity if you don't shop at Honda City.
Our corporate purpose at Chick-fil-A is to glorify God by being faithful stewards of all that's entrusted to us and to positively influence all those who come in contact with Chick-fil-A. And what became increasingly clear from our success in Cicero is that people love Chick-fil-A. And also I think we recognized that, we had a great opportunity to grow the brand and grow our platform. I felt incredibly grateful when I was selected to be a Chick-fil-A operator. I think what it's meant for me, what I've come to realize on a very deep level is that this is a calling for me. It's not a career. It's not a job. The Lord called me to be a Chick-fil-A operator and to use these restaurants to glorify Him and to positively influence other people. I'm blessed. I'm very blessed.
Head to Chick-fil-A Clay on 3974 State Route 31 in Liverpool, New York. Welcome back here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on wakeupcalldt.com, your one-stop sports shop, mixlr.com/wakeupcalldt, as well as on facebook.com/wakeupcalldt, facebook.com/livenowdt, and on youtube.com/wakeupcalldt. We're inside of the Travel Cafe Kubal studios. You know Cafe Kubal is all throughout Central and Upstate New York, and today is National Coffee Day. And every day, to me, is National Coffee Day when we celebrate great and amazing companies like Cafe Kubal. So shout out to you, Matt Goddard, and the team. Happy Cafe Kubal Coffee Day is what I'm going to say. So to all of you, God bless, and appreciate you all. 3501 James Street, 324 West Water Street, 208 North Townsend Street, 401 South Salina Street, all in Syracuse, as well as inside of Galisanos Children's Hospital in downtown Syracuse, 343 Fayette Street in Manlius, on the corner of Route 11 and Taft Road. It's Sweetheart Corners with their first ever drive-through location, and that's there for you in North Syracuse. So make sure you head out to Cafe Kubal today to celebrate National Coffee Day, and every day is. And also chai, all their teas, their chais, the pumpkin chai is back, the sandwiches, the breakfasts, all of the treats, the chocolate chip cookies, the chocolate chip banana bread. There's so many good things at Cafe Kubal, so go out and enjoy those today. A lot of great stuff coming up on today's broadcast at Wake Up Call at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll be switching over to fantasy football, and so if you have fantasy football questions, hop on to youtube.com/wakeupcalldt, mixlr.com/wakeupcalldt, or facebook.com/wakeupcalldt when we start that new video so we can answer your specific questions, because I want to make sure that we do that. I want to give a big shout out to LeMoyne and Emily Yancone, who we just got to feature here where sports meets that thing called life. Very much appreciate the time that we got to spend just now with Emily Yancone. We have a ton of great Dolphin Dive pieces coming up for you, and a lot of great stories we're going to be able to tell, so make sure that you stay very, very close to Wake Up Call's social media, at Wake Up Call DT on Facebook, at Call DT on Twitter, and at Wake Up Call _ DT on Instagram, so that you don't miss any of the news that's coming up here, because there's a lot of great things that we're going to be doing, and I'm very excited to be talking with you about that. If you head over to LeMoyneDolphins.com, you can see everything up here on the schedule as far as what's coming up for those LeMoyne College Dolphins. You don't want to miss a moment of any of the action that's going on with LeMoyne College, and what games you can go to and things that you can enjoy and be a part of and whatnot. So definitely make sure that you're making your way up there to see LeMoyne College and support those LeMoyne College Dolphins. And definitely appreciate everybody that has this week as we take a look at some of the things that are coming up here. The LeMoyne College Dolphins here at the end of the week. We have a women's tennis game at Damon College today in New York, and that's going to be played at Williamsville South High School in Williamsville, New York. So if you're out in Williamsville, you can go out and see that game as the women's tennis team gets set to play. You can also see women's soccer at Adelphi, which is in Garden City, New York. And I want to give a special congratulations that comes out here this morning that we got to celebrate this. Speaking of women's tennis, I want to take the time and celebrate Isabella Barona, who's been named the Northeast 10's Conference Women's Tennis Rookie of the Week. And so big shout out to, and I'll show her picture here so everybody can see it. Big time shout out to the Northeast 10 Rookie of the Week, Isabella Barona of the women's tennis team at LeMoyne College. So big shout out to you, Isabella, and congratulations on your honor of becoming Rookie of the Week this week. So we appreciate you and we celebrate you, and very excited for you. So awesome stuff, really cool, and definitely appreciate the fact that all your hard work is paying off. So celebrate it, enjoy it, have fun, and I know you'll get after it on the tennis courts as well. So women's tennis on the road today, women's soccer on the road today as well. And the volleyball team that we just mentioned here, I want to make note here of the LeMoyne College Dolphins volleyball team, as we just spoke with Emily Yancone to let you know how the volleyball team is doing this season. So to take a look at that and their schedule so far, the volleyball team 2-8 on the season so far. They have lost their last couple here. They defeated Post to start off the season at the SNHU St. Anselm tournament. Then they lost at Southern New Hampshire, lost at St. Anselm, and lost to Felician University. And then they went and lost in the Wildcat Regional 3 games in a row. They broke that 6-game losing streak by defeating Roberts Wesleyan on the road, and then just played Adelphi and Assumption and lost those games. Will play at Southern Connecticut State on October 2nd, this coming Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and then they'll be in New Haven, Connecticut against Chestnut Hill College before they come home to face off against the University of New Haven and Pace University. So make sure you come and see them. They got plenty of games coming up here and plenty of home games coming up as well, so you don't want to miss a second of that, as I'm very excited to be able to celebrate what's going on there and to see this LeMoyne College volleyball team get back on the winning side of things. So definitely hope that that's coming up for them here in the not too distant future. Very much looking forward to them and everything that they could bring forward. So much love, appreciation, and respect goes out to the LeMoyne College volleyball team and Emily Yancone, who I was very happy to speak with and share with you in today's Dolphin Dive. So a lot of great stuff coming up this week on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. You don't want to miss a moment of it. A lot of awesome things that we're going to be able to do here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. I will be featuring my one-on-one video Q&As coming up this week with Urban Meyer, the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars and former head coach of the Florida Gators and Ohio State Buckeyes. So I'll have the opportunity to speak with him, and very much looking forward to that. Also looking forward to the opportunity of being live here on site, on location, and down in Florida, and being able to celebrate these moments with you and celebrate this time with you. So definitely looking forward to that. A lot of excitement coming up here. A lot of fun that we're going to be able to have. So I definitely, not only with the fact that we get to have Urban Meyer on the show, but also Trevor Lawrence will be joining me, that I covered when he was at Clemson. Now he's the quarterback of Jacksonville and the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. You'll also be hearing from outside linebacker of the Jaguars, Josh Allen. You'll hear from the man who returned a missed field goal 109 yards, and that being Jamal Agnew. He'll be joining the show. And wide receiver Marvin Jones Jr., who I've had on my fantasy team before. He'll be joining the broadcast. So a lot of great stuff coming up, and that's coming up tomorrow on Thursday's broadcast, as the Jaguars are playing on Thursday Night Football. Before their game, you get to see my special video Q&As with them on the Jaguars game day. So that's exciting. And also tomorrow you're going to hear from 2 people from Syracuse's football team that also are both from Quebec, Canada. So you'll hear from left tackle Matt Bergeron, and you'll hear from linebacker Jeff Cantonarcu on the broadcast on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora tomorrow morning, as well as we flipped Papa Joe to Tuesday. He's typically Thursday, so then that gives us the opportunity to bring on these gentlemen from the Jacksonville Jaguars and Syracuse Orange on Thursday's broadcast. And this Friday, we have an awesome show set up for you as well, with the Annoying Moment of the Week, proudly presented by Carvel DeWitt, as well as Lead with Juanita Ward, presented by Chick-fil-A Cicero and Chick-fil-A Clay. We have Canine Camp Dog Daycare and Canine Campground Dog Boarding, bringing you the top dog of the week. And for the first time ever, as we sign our multimedia marketing partnership with Marywood University, we will have the opportunity to feature Pacer Pride, an all-new monthly broadcast that will center around the Marywood University's Pacers Athletics Department. And I have the opportunity to have the inaugural show be with Executive Director of Athletics, Mr. Pat Murphy, will be joining me this Friday for a Marywood University special. So you don't want to miss a second of that with Pat Murphy. Very excited to be able to bring that to you. So Pat will be joining us on Friday, October 1st, to officially start off the Marywood Multimedia Marketing Partnership, which starts in October. So why not have that first special on the day that it begins on October 1st. So I'm very excited for that. And of course, the Ingredients to Success, which you're used to having on Tuesdays, that shifts to Thursdays, and she'll be able to hear that right after we get into the specials with the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Syracuse Orange. So a lot of great stuff coming up here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where sports meets that thing called life, and I'm very much looking forward to bringing that to you here today. So with that being said, we're going to end this video on Facebook and end it on YouTube, and we'll come back with Mr. Mike Sofka of Hall of Fame FantasyFootball.com as we get set to feature him here today inside Where Sports Meets Life on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. Mr. Mike Sofka going to be joining us to give his thoughts and his take on the fantasy football world as we get you ready for Week 4 of fantasy football. So very excited to be able to do that.